Hello again everyone, and welcome back to this will be my third video now to the tube. It is late, I do apologise for that. I was just a bit busy this week. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses, you know, I just missed it. What I'm going to do, any future videos now, I'm going to upload on a Wednesday. And we'll see how that's doing. I understand it's not the greatest start to a channel. I've already missed an upload, but you know, we've all got lives outside the hobby, and work and family commitments have just meant that I haven't had as much time to get in here and do some filming and some editing to make these YouTube videos happen. Just bear with me guys, I am here for the long haul, and I'm gonna do my best to keep pumping the content out here. So what we're going to discuss today, well, we're not really discuss, but I'm going to give you a look around the room here, my setup, how I do things. It's not a huge setup, I'm under no illusions, I am a tiny drop in the bucket in this industry, and the longer I do this, the more I realise how huge this industry is and has become, and for me that's really, you know, exciting. Lots of new people coming into it now, and that's where I feel like I'm going to aim this channel towards. It seems to naturally go in that direction anyway, so I feel like this channel is going to be aimed at the newcomers, but that's not to say that anyone who's been about a while and is long in the tooth and has got a few winters under the belt, you know, that's not to say that they're not welcome. I absolutely want them here, and my channel, everyone's welcome basically. So yeah, so like I said, we're going to take a look at the snake room today, and it is a small collection, like I say, and that is sort of the point. So when you've only got to spend a few minutes on YouTube to see a lot of the big breeders in the States and the UK, how amazing of a collection these guys have, and that can sort of give you false pretenses straight out the gate when you're getting into breeding ball pythons. You don't have to be doing it on that level to get the enjoyment out of it. I'm doing it on a way smaller level. I'm working with the projects that I like personally. It might not be projects everyone likes, but I like them, and you know, I get just as much enjoyment out of doing this as what JKR gets out of breeding his snakes, or Billy at Mutation Creation gets out of breeding their snakes. And I suppose the point that I really want to get across is that you can aspire to be that, and more power to you. You know, that's the direction we want to go in. And so the point that I want to make then is that, you know, that just doesn't happen overnight. You know, you grow into it and you learn along the way. It's about the journey and not the destination, 100%. So I'm going to stop waffling on, and then we're going to take a look at the snake room. There it is then guys. Not much, but it is mine, and it is a collection that I've become immensely proud of now. So we'll start off with a Herp Exotics rack. I am not sponsored by Herp Exotics, but nonetheless I don't mind saying that these are fantastic racks. You know, very reasonably priced, very well thought out design. So this is the Herp Exotic V70s. If you are looking at getting one of these, I recommend you get it on the plinth, and get the stat stackers as well, which you can see you can get personalized, but it stows away the thermostats nice, neat and tidy, and inside there you can stow the extension cables on the side walls, I'll show a clip of that here. Over to the right then, so this rack, this is Old Faithful. This is an old homemade rack. I've had it a few seasons, more than a few seasons, and it has been brilliant. I think I paid 150 quid for it, and it has been worth that and some. I've had lots of clutches out of this rack now. When I initially bought it, I was worried about the because it's back heat. It's got the heat mats up the back, and I was worried about that, but it's worked absolutely fine, and if anything, it's actually better. I have never had a slug out of this rack. This one, this is my first season with this rack, and I had 3 slugs, and I just know that is because in this rack they're in direct contact with the heat, and on that rack it's not ambient temperatures, but they've got like a more gradual gradient, which is key for cooling. So I do drop the temperatures, and I think next season I will drop this one slightly cooler than I did this season, just to try and cut down on the slug count. So yeah, homemade racks, if you are on a shoestring, you can make them work, and they are good. This is an OTR rack. I bought this second hand. I use this for the grow out, so these ones have got the dividers in. 33 litres, and it does really good rack. It's probably not the strongest. I wouldn't want to stack another one on top. It's a little bit wobbly, but for just 4, it's absolutely perfect. And then below that, we've got a homemade incubator. I made this myself out of a Pepsi fridge that I got out of a Chinese takeaway. They was going to throw it away. It was just there in the corner. It was full of old newspapers. The door was hanging off. I took it off the rams, took all the gubbins out the back, cleaned it up, sprayed it up inside. It's had the stickers installed stuck to the door now, but I've been running this 3 seasons now, and it does great. It did used to have fans in the bottom where this bag of perlite is, but if some of you are following my social media, you'll know that I had a bit of an incubation disaster when I had to move around in this room, but I did get away with it. All snakes hatched out fine. One of them did have some minor kinking, and I managed to sell that, well, not sell that snake, give that snake away to a friend who I knew that wasn't gonna breed it. These egg boxes are empty now. Those clutches have hatched. There's one in here from a ghost to a pied, so we'll be nothing visually exciting in that clutch, but yeah, that's exciting for me. Right, so this is the hatchling rack. These tubs are 9 litres, and they're perfect size for the hatchlings. And I've got a bit of a system going with these now to get hatchlings feeding quicker. When I first started, it was probably the hardest thing that I had to learn, was getting these hatchlings to eat frozen forward out of the egg. And I've sort of found that security and humidity is key. And I explained in the last video, leave yourself things to escalate towards. At the minute, they're all on paper towels and they're all eating. If they weren't, I could switch something up to encourage that snake to eat. We've got a Purple Passion GHI in there. I love that. I love this morph, Purple Passion GHI. It really is awesome, and how polymorphic they can be blows me away as well, because I've got this one sold. I've held back the sister from that clutch, and she looks nothing like, really. and he's probably going to bite me. Yeah, there she is. Look, there's a sister, and you can see that I held that one back for obvious reasons. There's no water dish in there. That's because I've just cleaned them on there. That one had gone to the toilet in our water, as I sometimes like to do. Another thing, if you can get a sink in your snake room, you know, make it happen, because this thing changed the game. So when we moved into this house, I asked for the pipes to be installed, and I had the sink installed later on. As soon as it was installed, you know, it changed the game. I've got an outdoor tap. I asked the plumber to put this in so I can have the hose pipe, and then this reaches to the rack, so I can spray them down and keep the water dishes topped up, and it just makes life so much easier. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little look around. Just before we call it a day, I'd just like to let you guys know that in our bio on Instagram, there is a link tree there which links to the YouTube, Facebook, and we do have a merch store as well. So if you want to get the TOR merch logo embroidered onto a t-shirt, you know, get in there and get flying them colours.